Another day, another dollar out here. I kind of look like Rudolph already. Kind of cold, kind of chilly. Decided to do a live stream. It's been about a month since I've been in here, so just wanted to clean up a little bit. I have like 3 bins of stuff that I have to go through, and this kind of gives me the motivation to at least do some of it. We are going to run out of daylight here probably shortly. That's okay. We'll make this kind of a quicker stream, but hopefully everyone's doing all right. This is a live stream, so if you guys are joining in a little bit later on the replay, this live stream has started, I don't know what time, but started at some point here on Sunday. For those who might be wondering what the temperature inside here is, it's a little chilly. That's why I'm kind of looking like how I look. I forgot I have to do something with the live stream chat over here. And we will do live chat. I think that's the right button. And there we are. Hey, LaFonda. How are we doing? Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate that. It's going to be kind of hard to read all the live comments. I know when I do these live streams, the chat, for whatever reason, makes it really small. Hello from Ireland. Hey, Paul. Tammy, I think it says. The Sunday special, here we are. Yes, here we are on the Sunday special. So I do hope to get through some of this stuff. This might be the last stream for the year. I know it's going to get kind of busy here with the holidays. Very cold near Chicago. Yeah, it's super cold in here. I don't know if I touched base on it. It's about 26, 25 degrees Fahrenheit in the garage. No heat going on. Kind of is what it is. Figure, you know, we should probably do over here is actually move this right here. Kind of getting smarter. But hopefully everyone's having a great day. See, there's 55 people in there. Stay warm. I'm trying. How's it going, Dawn? What the bucket looks like as we're kind of starting off the video here. It's kind of the bucket situation. Got a lot to go there. But we'll at least get some of this stuff done today. At least that I hope for. Is everyone else having a great Sunday, hopefully? Appreciate everyone for stopping by. Southern Ohio looks like it's pretty cold. Yeah, it's chilly here. It's not exactly warm. Not exactly warm. I don't know if it's supposed to get super cold tonight. That's what I'm kind of thinking it is. We got a lot of snow overnight. So I shoveled the driveway here in the morning. It's 8:43 in the UK. Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, it's nighttime. I figured it would probably be later than that, but I guess not. Thank you for tuning in, Heather. Oh, we're going to make quick work of all this wire. I'm super excited. Like I said, I have about 3 buckets filled of stuff that I have to separate. I'm not going to do it all today. We'll probably be on here for maybe about 30 minutes or so. But there's a lot to be done. Got about 4 or 5 inches of snow down there. I laugh because I know the Phillies are having a much better offseason than the Mets are. We got about, probably about maybe 5 to 7 here. The road's terrible as awful. But yeah, Mets not doing so well. Phillies doing all right. You got your man. I know you're excited. I haven't seen you down at Leesport much. I think I only seen you once this year, if I'm not mistaken. How's Lady Salsa doing? Lady Salsa's doing well. She likes the snow. She likes to bury her snout right in the snow and just dig and dig and dig. And then it's like, all right, are we going to do anything out here? Or are we going to just dig into the snow, you know? Hopefully everyone's having a great holiday season. See, there's 91 people in here. I should do a better job of letting you guys know when I'm doing these live streams. I know with the last one, I did a vertical thing. And, Scrapper's already praying for snow. I hear you on that. I know a lot of people didn't like the vertical thing. So what I didn't realize is how you guys kind of watch live streams or watch your videos here. I looked at the analytics, and it looks like, oh no, what was it, about 65% watch my videos on a TV. I thought that was interesting. Not that many people watch it on a computer. And equal amount to, I would say, computer is probably watching it on your phone. So I usually watch YouTube on a computer. Sometimes I'll watch it on TV. And then also, I don't watch at all on my phone. So, it's funny how that kind of breaks down and how different it is. Somebody said iPad, laptop, iPad. iPad sounds great. That's actually, I do watch Whatnot on my iPad. I tried streaming with my iPad. You guys might have known. And the issue I had with the iPad was whenever the service would go in and out, since I'm in the garage, I don't have really great Wi-Fi in here, it would completely shut off the live stream. So it was better for me so I can read the stuff because the size of the font is so small, but it's not better for me in the way that the live stream would just shut off. It would just freeze. That's because it was trying to find the service. So that's not good. But it's good to see a lot of people are actually watching on tablets. Watching on TV and iPhone so I can chat. Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even think of that. There's so many things I don't even think of. I did actually watch a live stream on TV once, and I saw the chat kind of going through. That was kind of interesting. Some of this stuff that I'm cutting has been in the garage for so long, it actually has, you might even be able to see that, it's dirty. It's legit dirt. It's because sometimes when we get such bad rain, the outside comes inside, and all of a sudden, I have a lot of dirt in here. So, at some point, I want to get that somewhat straightened out and fixed. I don't think, if that gets filled with dirt, which I'm sure on one of these sides that I clipped that had dirt on it, probably not the best. How do I benefit from the hype button? Great question. So, on my end, I have not seen the hype button once. I tried my tablet, my phone, I went on the YouTube app, I went to YouTube website through my phone, I used my computer. For whatever reason, my account, I don't see the hype button. And, what I can tell is not everyone has that hype button. So in terms of does it help or does it not help, I haven't seen really a change. I know YouTube said that I should promote it, but I have legit not even seen the button once on any sort of app or anything. So I think it's from account to account where some people have it, some people don't. If you do have it, can you please hype up something on my channel, whether it be a storage unit video or I guess this video. Somebody said you only have a certain amount of points. Yeah, spray foam the garage up. That would be amazing. My good friend Box Truck Guy, he was doing a live stream the other day, and he had a heat going on, like a propane heat tank going on. I think I might invest in that sometime this year. We've almost knocked off this whole thing. I'm pretty impressed. You can only do the hype 3 times a week. Interesting. See if these are old or if I'm just, no, made in China. Let's see if they're actually stainless before I start throwing them away. They are not. This might be, that is. That aside. I can only hype a certain amount. If I miss anyone's chat, on my end, I see the chat for literally half a second. And it only does it in increments of 2 people at a time. So if I miss your comment, I apologize. Dozen of you can knock it out. Yeah. I don't think this is. No, it's not it. So out of the whole bag, this is a hype each time it lets me. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Now we play the guessing game of is this stainless? It looks like stainless to me. Think the live will be, or it'll be available after a live? Interesting. It might be. Do I have meet and greet planned for the future? I do not. This looks like stainless. Sometimes it even says stainless. I'm going to just go ahead and say it's probably stainless and not brass with like a silver plate finish. Thank you, Cynthia. Can't read it. It's all chalked up. For any scrappers out there, sometimes stainless steel looks like, or sometimes brass that's silver plated looks like stainless steel. This is trash. But hopefully everyone's having a great Sunday. I'll probably keep this up for the replay if you guys really want to watch it. Yeah. I feel like everyone who's ever picked up one of these always does this. I don't know why. It's like a thing. Take that out later. Arizona. Wow, Arizona sounds very warm. Some shirtless guy at Soldier Field. I don't even want to talk about football right now. I'm in the fantasy football, like not the championship, but I got a bye week for any of my fantasy football people. Are you wearing a new Carhartt jacket? I am. There's the Carhartt logo. I got this in a storage unit. So, the newer one. It's a newer one. Fantasy football, not good. I mean, my quarterback has like 7 points. Running back has like 6 points. My whole team has, I think, about 30, and about 2/3 of my team has played already, so that is not good. Not good at all. But, yeah, I made it to the championship, or should I say the playoffs. There's 4 teams, and looks like I'm going to be eliminated. So there goes the idea of making any money. It's a nice, fun league that my friends do. Guys might remember my Jeep broke down on the highway. I was going to a fantasy football draft a couple years back. That was that team, or that league. This is a very old one. Like I said, I scrap all these kind of older stuff. I mean, I don't know how bad this wiring is. Issues with it. I don't even know where this stuff came from. Am I a Steelers fan? I'm not a Steelers fan. I'm a Giants fan. This is awful, this stuff. It's not even cutting. Which is even awfuler is that I'm a Giants fan. Come on. There we go. Look at all that junk in there. Yeah, that's the old stuff. So the scrapyard will still take it even with all that filament or whatever you want to call that. There's 143 people in here. If you're able to hit the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Talk about a bunch just in videos. It seems like it helps the video out, and then all of a sudden there'll be like 200 people in here. So for the fellow stackers who might be around but not notify that I'm on, it might help them. Okay. Yes, we start the next stack. I don't know if I want to tackle that. It's a broken cannonball. I guess we'll keep on with wire. And this is probably aluminum. Got a nice little setup going. I thought you seen me wearing Eagle stuff? Nah, definitely not that. That's crazy. I think you're losing if you think I've seen... I don't think... Yeah, I wouldn't wear Eagle stuff and I wouldn't wear Yankee stuff. Might wear Philly stuff just so I don't die around here. But definitely not Eagles. I'm not even like a huge Giants fan. I don't know where. Oh, there it is. All right. Should kind of pan you around to show you my bucket pile over here of all my stuff. But plenty of stuff. Don't worry, we'll never go tired of cleaning scrap at all. Most of the stuff is actually out of those storage units just accomplished not too long ago. It is freezing in here. Is that a recycling can or, oh, it's a bucket. I never even knew that emoji existed. Didn't even know that emoji. That's kind of, yeah, emojis, for example. They like pop up and then they disappear and then they're gone forever. You gotta sort out the mess before it piles high. I completely agree with you on that. Yeah, I can't agree with you more with that. I was going to invest in 55-gallon buckets. I'm kind of thinking about doing it. Some of the scrap yards in the area pay better for certain things. But some scrap yards 30, 40, 50 miles away pay a lot better for certain things. Some things are very stagnant. Some things there's no difference. Wire, for example, some places separate every single thing of wire. The scrapyard I go to does not do that. So, well, unless you have the really good stuff, but like this stuff, there's no difference in pretty much any of this. That's like just typical wire off of like a blender. And then this is wire off of like a charger, like an iPhone charger. So you have wire off a blender, wire off a charger. You can see it's a little bit different. My scrapyard doesn't change that. You get the same price for both of it. So I don't have to separate all that, thankfully, because that would probably just drive me through the roof and I probably wouldn't do it. So how much? I saw a comment, how much is wire? I think it's $1 per pound. Now this, might need to crack this guy open. I feel like there's a low transformer in there. Not much. In fact, there's probably not even worth 5 cents, but I like to do it because it's more stuff that I can separate. The rat, and that's that. It is freezing in here. Mentioned a handful of times. People who work outside, I don't get it. I mean, you must have just really warm clothes on. This Carhartt's pretty warm. But oh, look at that thing. Whatever the heck that is. $1.92 Canadian per pound for my wire, 40%. See, that's the copper recovery thing is like beyond my knowledge. I understand the concept there, but I'd have to learn all the different wires and what is what recovery and all that. What time is it in America? Here on the East Coast, oh, well, I don't know because I don't have a time in here. It's about 4 o'clock, somewhere around that ballpark. I would think at least. Whether it's after it or before it, I don't know. Somewhere in that ballpark. Miller time? Miller time. 5 o'clock somewhere, I guess. I guess, is it 5 o'clock? Is it actually 5 o'clock somewhere? Where would you think it'd be 5 o'clock? I don't know. Is it some of the Caribbean's an hour ahead? Maybe eastern part of, or some part of South America, maybe? You know, I never actually thought about that. We're making great progress on this bucket. $21.59 in Serbia. Serbia. That's got to be cold up there. Got to be cold up there. $4 p.m. Montreal, negative. Is that negative 10 in Celsius? Because I know Canada does Celsius. Is that negative 10 in Fahrenheit? Because it can easily be negative 10 in Fahrenheit. 10 p.m. in Netherlands. Man, everyone is everywhere. It's amazing to me. I say it every time. It's amazing how everyone is all over the country watching me pull apart junk. We got a jokester. Taco, see above. See, that's a problem. I can't look up. Like, literally, I wish I can just take a photo of what I see. It's like, I see 2 comments. Now I see 1. Now I see a new one. But now I literally just see 1 comment. That's it. There's no other comments on there. And now it's gone. Now there's nothing. It's just a blank screen. I noticed that that's the difference. Like, if I did a live stream from my laptop or my computer, I can actually watch the stream or the chat as it's being talked about, and then also whatever's still left on the screen. This looks like a disaster. Yeah, can't say see above. See above doesn't work for old taco stacks on the phone. It's a non-existent thing. Nice and warm in Lakeland. 77 sounds great. 77 sounds great. Wow. That's junk. If you are enjoying the live stream, go ahead and hit the like button on the video. I see we're up to 129 likes. The last time I said it, we were at like 160 people, and now it says 186. So maybe it did jump up. Did I get my Jeep Robert built you? Yes. Oh, yes. I did get the Jeep. Yes, that's right. I got the black Jeep. The back of it fell off, but I was able to glue it back. That is literally sitting right next to my van. So the not my actual van, but my the van Robert built me. So yeah, it's sitting right next to that. I did glue back the back of the Jeep. The Jeep looks great. Actually, I had family in town for the holidays, and I'll probably include it in one of my future videos. Yeah, it looks great. They actually loved it. They're like, wow, that is something that took a lot of work and a lot of talent to make. But yes, I will. I'll include it in a future video and show you guys where it's at. I do have the buggy. The beach wagon, that is sitting on my desk. The other one is by my television, the van and the Jeep. So that's really cool. Really great workmanship there. Very cool. Yeah, it's very few art pieces are in my house. What I would consider that art. Truly is art. All right, we're going to have to figure out where the end of this thing is. I think this is the end and there's no other piece. This fell, this I need. Well, we're making great progress here. We are making great progress. That's good. This, I think, is done. See, like some scrap yards, they pay you a different price for this. I don't know if my scrap... No, actually, they wouldn't. I thought this was something else. You want to buy a storage unit, but you can't talk your wife into doing it? Man, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think I could talk yourself into doing it. The last 2 that we did were something else. And the reason why I say something else is because the last one I did that was posted yesterday, it included an elevator, and the whole facility uses this one elevator, right? So other people who were moving in were using that elevator. Other people who also were cleaning out units that they bought were using that elevator. And then someone, I don't know who, kept using the elevator, putting a cart in there and just closing the door. So we open up the elevator and there's just a cart with someone's junk everywhere. And I'm like, well, now what? Do we wait for... Oh, Dawn, 100... Wow. Wow, Dawn, thank you so much for that. Merry Christmas to you as well. You've sent me a lot of super chats in the past. Dawn, I appreciate that. That's amazing. You definitely did not have to do that. But thank you again. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you. That's amazing. That, like I gotta say, this community is just unbelievable. Dawn, MVP of the day, definitely. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. You definitely just made my weekend, so I appreciate that, Dawn. Thank you. Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas to you as well. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Wow. Very nice. If everyone can like that donation, that super chat, I'd appreciate that on the actual super chat, so that she truly understands everything. That's amazing. I love that. Thank you so much, Dawn. So when I was buying that storage unit, and I had to see, I'm starstruck. When I was buying that storage unit, I had to use that elevator, and other people would have their stuff in the elevator. So you'd open up the door with your stuff, and you're trying to unload your unit. And I'm like, well, what do I do? Do I take this person's stuff that's in this elevator and just move it out of the way and just go in and then put my stuff in it? So you had that kind of dilemma. And that happened a couple times where I'm like, I don't even know whose stuff this is. And should I touch it? Should I not touch it? Should I wait for him to come back and take it? I'm on the 4th floor. They might be on the 2nd floor. They might be loading up their truck. They might have just left in there. I don't know. So it was very, very confusing. Every time you used that elevator to load up stuff, you legitimately had to punch in a code. So every time you press the 2nd floor or the 4th floor, you had to, punch in the code to use the elevator. And after a while, it's like, this is enough's enough. So I don't want to discourage people from doing that, but it's a lot more extra stuff, which you don't need. And it just adds more time to everything. So just be aware of that if that's something you're doing. If you're buying outdoor units, it might not be such an issue. It might still be an issue. Or something else, the gate open, or they're repairing the gate. So there's a lot more that can probably drive you nuts. The garbage also is killer. There's a lot of garbage in these units. So just be aware of that. There's an old massage thing. I don't know where that's been. Throw that away. Someone's greasy back, maybe. Who knows? I feel like I didn't put a lot of junk on the table. Hands are kind of cold. Also, these gloves, you can really notice the difference between these and the other ones, just because of how cold my hands get. Wonder if we'll run out of daylight here before we run out of stuff. Still looks pretty light in here. Bucket's getting kind of full. Ay, ay, ay. Well, don't know what that was. More junk to add to the table. More junk. In fact, a lot of this wire is actually from those units. There's one bin that had all sorts of, cables and stuff, and usually I take away, I take out anything that might be of value, but when it comes to just extension cords and stuff, this stuff just gets junked. I know I usually get a lot of comments on those videos about stuff like that, why I don't keep certain things and keep extension cords and all that. Some things, it's less, let me put it this way, it's less problematic when you just kind of scrap it. I had a box at the flea market when I first started doing this. I'll never forget the moment. I had a box of extension cords. I was asking $1 extension cord. I think I sold 2 the whole day. But some younger guy came up and he asked me what the price was. I said, "Oh, they're $1 extension cord." But they asked me if there's anything wrong with them. And I was like, I don't know. Like, it was like a legit whole big box. Like, you would never test every one. It would just be a box of extension cords. So he kind of was hesitant to buy it because I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't test them all. I would assume they worked. But then his dad came along and was like, it's $1. Just buy it. And at that moment, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not worth it to sell these things. If somebody has to second guess, seeing the whole box and it's only $1 for one extension cord, maybe I should just scrap them from here on out. So, kind of decided to do that, but sometimes you'll find a lot of gaming accessories with this. So, you never know. I'm going to fill up this bucket. I'm going to be very happy when it's filled up. I noticed also at the scrapyard I go to, one of the helpers. I haven't seen him around much. I think it's because of the winter slowdown. He might have got his hours cut. That's one thing in the winter. A lot of these scrapyards kind of really slow down with their customers. There's been times where I show up and my Jeep broke down, won't start, and the dashboard shows the lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. I don't know where a lightning bolt would be on that. I'm thinking about selling and trading in my Jeep very shortly also. I am just about had it with that one. It's like it's overdue. It's change in scenery. It's nice, but it's like I don't really trust it to go places considering I don't drive it much, and every time I do drive it, it seems like every other month something happens to it. Something you don't even really drive much, not worth the headache sometimes. I don't know if other people feel that way about their vehicles, but I think that's a sign to move on from a vehicle. Just personal preference. Sun is set here, just the last few trays. What year is it? It's a 2017, I think. So it's about that time. Like I see everyone, like all my friends and everyone else who kind of buys a newer vehicle or, I don't know, goes out and buys a new vehicle. Like everyone kind of gets, like 5 years is like the cutoff point, from what I can tell. Like somebody goes out and buys a new vehicle, used, it's like a 2021, right? They buy a new vehicle, it's a 2026. But they buy a used vehicle, it's a 2021. It's not a 2018, it's not lower than that. This looks like it might not be worth the cut. The other thing with that Jeep is that I bought the last year, it was the JK series. And they came out the JL literally the next year. I was kind of salty about that. Completely different, like, series. We're making great progress. Great progress. It is getting colder in here. I can see it dropped about 1 degree. 1 degree. 1 or 2 degrees. My thermometer thing is up that way. The snow was so bad here, which is kind of sad, is that I went to go get Subway. Today's the day I get Subway. Hey, Tiff, how you doing? It's going well. We're going. It's going. And Subway was actually closed because no one plowed the driveway. So, or the shopping center. that's tough. You know, you run a business, you kind of rely on someone to do something. Whether or not they have a contract or don't have a contract or it's, you know, whatever. I don't know the story, but then you have to close because they didn't have the driveway or the place. I don't know who's responsible for that, but somebody messed up. And you had to close a business because of it. Hands are freezing. Losing grip. So we go 30 minutes, we're at 35 minutes, man. We're pushing it. Pushing it. I'm hoping we can get, well, daylight's more of a big issue rather than anything. I don't have electric in here or heat or anything. I think it's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. I think so. Oh, see? Read a comment halfway through, it disappeared on me. We are making progress. Now, does anyone on YouTube, when you guys watch YouTube, do any of you guys or girls use YouTube kind of as a background sound to working? I know some people do that. My address to send me a card is generally in any video other than a like a storage unit video, like trash pick. It should be in there. I think it's off the top of my head. It's P.O. Box 184, Stockertown, Pennsylvania, 18083. But double check any of my videos. It might even be in my bio also. If you want to send a card. To everyone out there who sent a card, thank you. I think I've received about 6 cards for the holiday season. To everyone out there who sent one, I appreciate it. That looks like junk in there. Let's see if this is junk. Ooh, chilling here. I love YouTube as background. My phone battery does not. That is sounds like real life. So that Whatnot app that I sit around a lot on, which I don't sell on, but I spend a lot of time on there. It kills my battery, like really bad. Really bad. Been holding on to this thing for so long it sticks to a magnet. It's all rusty too. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Hello from Stockertown, Pennsylvania. Now you want to talk about far. Sydney, Australia is far. That's far. Western PA. Did you get a lot of snow over there? I feel like this snowstorm struck everyone by surprise. I don't even know what's in this thing. This could be good stuff in here. Some things I could probably not show you. Some things I could show you. Earphone accessories. Maybe we'll put that aside. Somebody might want to buy that. This looks like just more wires. Shocking. Best regards from Poland. Man, if we drew a map all across the world right now, where everyone's watching from, we might legitimately circle around the entire world. Do like a camping episode inside here. That'd be impressive. West Virginia, people forget that's a state. I've driven through West Virginia. I don't know if people forget that's a state. I mean, you look at all the flyover states and Dakotas. A lot of people sometimes forget those are states. I feel like if there's not any major cities or population that is like crazy, a lot of people forget about. Also, probably probably like Rhode Island. Like people out on the West Coast